Our story today begins in the heart of the ocean with a massive ship trying to continue on its path in very harsh conditions and a severe storm. We meet a man named Robin traveling with his wife and children on the same ship, and they have many animals they are transporting to another country. We understand that they are traveling to a new place to open their own museum. Robin finds no other way to transport all these animals except by sea, so he has to put them all on the ship and move with them into the heart of the ocean. He discovers that it will take a few days to reach the other port and that the situation is much more difficult than he imagined. Lisa, his wife, becomes very anxious and fears for their 3 children from all the problems happening around them. And a few hours later, a bigger problem occurs when a massive storm appears in front of them and starts approaching, causing a lot of damage to the boat, and the situation gets completely out of control. Robin tries his best to manage and protect his belongings. Unfortunately, the boat also starts filling with water from all directions, and he realizes that if they remain in this situation, they will sink very soon. Robin keeps thinking about what to do about what's happening until he notices an island very close to them. He feels that this might be their lifeline. After some thought, he decides to go there and save his wife, children, and the rest of the animals from drowning. Maybe they will find someone to help them. And his young son becomes very worried about his pet and tries to take it with him before leaving. In contrast, the father refuses, fearing for him, and insists on saving them first and getting them to safety. Then he will return to get the animals. Francis becomes very upset with his father's decision and doesn't want to abandon the animals even if it puts his life at risk. Without wasting time, Robin makes a raft and quickly transports his wife and children to shore. Unfortunately, their dogs jump after them into the water, wanting to go with them, and because the current is very strong, the dogs can't swim well and start to drown underwater. Robin gets very upset about them and rushes after them with the small boat until he rescues both of them and takes them with him in the end. After a great effort, he finally reaches the island with them and thinks about how to transport all the animals to the island under these conditions, and he actually moves some of them. From exhaustion, he can't continue and decides to set up a tent to rest until morning and then continue. His 3 children help him and he manages to build a small hut. Naturally, they fall asleep immediately from exhaustion. He stays up with Lisa alone and tells her how scared and anxious he is about the situation. He feels that they might not be able to get out of there again. Even the food they have won't last long and their lives are certainly in danger. And suddenly, it starts raining heavily and the 2 of them quickly get up to hide in the hut. The next morning, he returns with his wife and children to the boat again, ties all the animals securely with a rope and places them on high things that can move in the water without sinking. By chance, while they are on the way, his eldest son, Lauren, sees a ship coming from afar and getting closer, and he becomes very happy, feeling that it might help them. They are shocked in the end when they find out that they are pirates who kidnap anyone they encounter on the way and steal everything they have. As soon as their leader sees Robin and the ship, he orders the men to capture them quickly. Luckily for Robin, he has a weapon on the ship and quickly prepares for any attack. And strangely, he changes his mind at the last moment and raises the flag of surrender so that none of the pirates harm him. Indeed, the pirates leave and continue on their way calmly as soon as they see the flag. After a few hours, Lisa notices that Francis has suddenly disappeared, so she becomes very worried and starts searching everywhere around her. She also sends the dogs to search for him in the heart of the forest. At the same time, Francis finds a small elephant and plays with it, completely losing track of time. Everything is going fine until a tiger appears in front of them, ready to attack. Luckily for Francis, the dogs arrive just in time, protect him, and attack the tiger with all their strength, scaring it away. As soon as Lisa arrives, she argues with him and blames him for leaving without telling her. And because of that, she was very worried about him and wants him not to do that again, because this forest is definitely dangerous. And she takes him and the elephant and leaves immediately. A little later, Robin returns with his 2 children. When they find the hut destroyed by the rain, they try to fix it again so they can live in it. They all start cooperating with each other and manage to build a small house on the big tree in front of them. They use all the natural resources around them to build this house. The matter is very simple for them. Even the little elephant was helping them by moving things from one place to another. The only one who gets very distracted is Francis. He is always playing and having fun, not caring about anything at all. By chance, he sees a monkey up in the tree and insists on climbing up to get it. Because of his mischief, he falls and injures his legs. And everyone rushes to help him and make sure he's okay. Of course, his mom gets more upset and forbids him from climbing any tree again or going near them. And after a few days of work and effort, they finally finish their house. Lisa is very surprised by the look of the house and is very happy with it. She feels it's her dream house with everything she ever wanted to have in her home one day. It's also in the heart of nature without any noise around them. And of course, because of this house, their lives are better and they are not bothered by any storms or rain. And that's because they will be safe all the time. After a while, they get very accustomed to their place and interact with nature comfortably, gathering everything they might need. Each one has their own room where they can sleep comfortably and privately. Strangely, they completely forget the problem they are in. They really enjoy their new life, love it, and become attached to it. They also learn how to deal with the animals in the forest and live among them without any problems. And after a few days, the older kids manage to make a small boat and start sailing around in the water to explore the place more. They bring with them everything that might be useful for their life on the island. Indeed, they manage to gather some different kinds of fruit and catch big fish. One day, while they are sailing the boat as usual, they unexpectedly find a group of pirates standing near the shore. Naturally, this terrifies them greatly, and out of fear, they both go to hide behind a big rock. Unfortunately for them, the wave suddenly rises and starts pushing them far away, and they find themselves barely heading towards the shore. In the end, the boat capsizes and they both fall into the water. After they comprehend what happened and observe the pirates closely, they understand that they have kidnapped the ship's captain and his assistant. Naturally, they feel very sorry for the man and decide to help him in any way possible. And that's because they know the pirates will finish them off very soon. Indeed, they wait for the right moment, approach the captain and his assistant and free them. At the last moment, the pirates see them and they run quickly with the assistant. Unfortunately, the captain stays behind and doesn't manage to escape with them. Meanwhile, the pirates start chasing them until the three of them hide in a spot deep in the forest and wait for a very long time until they are sure the pirates have left. None of them notice that one of the pirates is watching them from a distance and sees all their movements. And suddenly he appears in front of them and tries to capture them, but because they are clever, they manage to get rid of him easily and take the assistant and escape again. The bigger problem they face is that now they can't determine their location or know where their families are. They keep moving from place to place until they are sure that the pirates have completely left the area and that they are now safe. After that, they start thinking about how they will reach their family's place now. They walk a very long distance with the assistant until they reach a small pond. Both of them insist on bathing in it and resting for a while. They are very surprised that the assistant is scared and doesn't want to move from his place or get into the water. A big fight breaks out between them and the assistant because they suspect him and he also threatens them with his weapon. In the end, they are shocked to find out that he is not a boy at all, but a girl who has been hiding herself all this time, and that's why she was very afraid of them. She tells them her name is Roberta and that she is actually the captain's daughter. To protect her from the pirates, he decided to dress her as a boy so no one would take advantage of her. She is slightly worried about her father and wonders if he is still alive or if they have killed him. After the two of them learn the truth, they feel very sorry for her and start treating her better than before, trying to protect her as much as they can. This is because she is, of course, much weaker than them. She also loves them very much and loves the way they treat her, getting very close to them. It becomes clear that she and the younger brother are very fond of each other. They spend a long time singing and joking together without feeling any boredom. Meanwhile, Finn gets upset and starts to feel jealous of his brother, wondering why him. And of course, they have no choice but to continue on their way until they find their family's place. In the middle of the road, they encounter a very large snake in the water that attacks them. A huge battle ensues between it and the two brothers. Luckily, they manage to defeat it with the weapon they have and miraculously save their lives from death. Of course, what happened affects Roberta and she becomes very scared and refuses to continue on that sea route again after what happened. They encounter a bigger problem when the compass falls from someone and none of them can determine the direction. At the same time, Finn tries to show off in front of the girl and tells them he knows the way well and doesn't need the compass. Naturally, Ness understands why his brother is doing this, realizing he's just trying to get the girl's attention and make her like him. None of them knows that they will head in a different direction, putting all three of their lives in danger. On their way, they encounter many wild animals and face many problems that make them argue with each other. And the tension between them keeps increasing, and of course the girl is the reason for all this. In the end, they are forced to continue their journey together. After a few hours, they reach a rocky area. By chance, Finn sees a zebra trapped in a place with hyenas trying to attack it, and he feels very sad for it and insists on helping it. Without thinking, his brother Roberta also follows him and helps, and in the end, they rescue the zebra. At the same time, Robin and Lisa are cleaning the house and getting everything ready to celebrate the holiday together. This is also the same day they met each other, and it holds many sweet memories for them. Suddenly, while they are sitting, they hear a strange noise outside. When they go out, they find their two children with a strange girl, so they introduce her to them immediately and tell them everything that happened in detail. Of course, Lisa and Robin really like the girl and welcome her, and Lisa becomes very attached to her because she doesn't have daughters. She even gives her a new dress and helps her get ready, going among them. Meanwhile, Roberta feels happy and thinks that Lisa is very kind and just like her mother. She loves the new dress very much. As soon as the kids see her, they really like her appearance and become more attached to her, both of them. After a while, Robin starts playing some music and asks Roberta to dance with him, creating a very nice atmosphere in the house. At the same time, Van feels upset and jealous inside because he is sure that the girl is interested in his brother, not him. And he hates his brother more and holds a grudge against him. Over time, Roberta becomes more attached to them and becomes part of their family, doing all the work they are used to. One day, Robin decides to completely destroy their boat so that no one knows they are on this island. They all love their new life and no longer want to leave. And one day, Robin says he wants to build another house on the mountain because it would be safer for them. Indeed, they all love this idea very much and agree to it. All the while, Roberta was telling them about her beautiful life in London and how happy she was there, encouraging them that if they could escape from here by any boat to reach London, they could all live together there. In contrast, none of them wants to leave from here. They see that life on the island is much better than in any other country. One day, Van takes Roberta aside to talk to her alone. Naturally, Ness gets upset and follows them, starting to watch them to see what they will do. The problems between the two increase because of all these actions. None of them notice that Francis made a bomb out of coconuts and throws it in the water, creating a very loud noise when it explodes. And of course, his family gets very upset with him and argues with him, forcing him back to the treehouse. After things calm down, Roberta talks to Van again and tries to convince him to go live with her in London. And she tells him that her grandfather is very rich and has a company and he can work with him there and grow more. But Van also refuses and tells her that he cannot leave his family no matter what happens and will stay with them here on the island. Over time, Roberta gets closer to him and asks him to teach her how to use a weapon. And of course, he really likes that and takes any opportunity to make her love him more and become attached to him. He realizes that she has actually started to love him and forget his brother. This is what he had been dreaming of all along. Nis sees them from afar. As soon as the girl leaves, he goes and has a big fight with his brother to the point where they hit each other. They continue like this until Robin sees them and forcibly breaks up the fight between them. Roberta of course understands that she is the reason for everything that's happening and feels guilty. At the same time, a very large tiger approaches them and no one notices it at all. A few hours later, Roberta talks to Van and asks him to forget her because she doesn't want to cause problems between him and his brother. And of course, he denies that there are any problems because of her in the first place and justifies anything else to make her forget about it. Meanwhile, his family was at home